Hello all. Today we are going to discuss about dividing the strings into n equal parts. So the strings can have multiple characters in it, and n can be any number. In that particular number, the string is going to be divided. For example, if I am going to give n is equal to 2, then that particular string will be divided into 2. So for example, if I'm saying that I'm giving a input string as A, B, C, D, and I'm giving the value n is equal to 2, then it will be divided as A, B, and then C, D. If I'm going to give the number as 3, it cannot be divided. It can divide only A, B, C as one part of the string, and another part of the string will not be having anything. And if I'm having A, B, C, D, E, and again also I cannot give. So if I'm going to give the number of parts as 5, so let us take the input as A, B, C, D, E, F, I. Okay, so now I'm giving 10 letters, 10 characters, and if I'm going to give 2, then it will be separated as two parts like A, B, C, D, E, and F, G, H, I, J. So just like that, it will be dividing it into two parts. If I'm going to give it in three parts, this has to be divided in three equal number of parts. And if it cannot be divided into equal number of parts, then it has to give that I cannot divide it into equal number of parts. So this is the program for dividing the string into n equal parts. So I'm giving an input to get. So I have initiated the classes as n equal parts, and I'm giving the input as scanner input new scanner system.in, and then entering the string. That is, we are going to give some data here, and that particular input has to be in string, because next integer we cannot give because it is not an integer value, it is going to be a string. So we have to use the string value here. String A is equal to input dot next, and then I have to find the length, because why we have to find the length is only based upon the total number of characters we are going to divide it into n equal number of parts. So here only the numbers are going to play in the strings. So we have to concentrate more on the numbers only. Only when we are dividing the characters, we have to bring the string types here. Until that, we have to think about the length and size, how we are going to divide it. So the total length has to be calculated first, and the n number of characters, how many n number of characters are there, and how we are going to divide it. So this is what we have to think of. So first we need the total number of characters which are present in a string. So for that, I'm giving this length. Length is equal to a dot length, and I'm naming at len, and then entering the number. So this is the number of parts. So here I'm going to get the number of parts I need. How many number of parts I need. So here I'm going to give some number. It can be the 2, 3, 4, 5, depending upon the strings I can give. So that many number of parts I need to get. So that many number, if I'm giving 2, I have to get 2 parts. If I'm giving 3, I have to get 3 parts of the string. That is, that string has to be broken into 3 parts. So that will be the number which will be accepted here. And then n1 is equal to length by n. So now for example, let us take that I am giving hello world. If I'm giving hello world, and the number of parts I'm asking for, let us take that I'm asking for 5 parts. I need to divide this string into 5 parts. And what I have to do is I have to break this string into 5 parts. How can I break? I need to, and that could be in equal in length. So if it's going to be 5 parts, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So just like this, I have to break. So 5 parts must be there. So I have to divide it first. What is the total number and how I'm going to divide it? So for that, the total number or the size of the string is 10 because it is 5 letters and the hello is 5 letters and world is 5 letters. So totally 10. 10 divided by, and the um, length is 5. Already it is given by the user as 5. So now what is the size of the string which is going to be displayed? So it has to be having the characters of 2 characters in a part. In each part it has to be taking only 2 characters. That is HE. One part should be having HE and second part should be having LL and third part should be having OW and the next part OR and the fifth part will be having LD. So this is how it is going to break. It should break. So for that we have determined the size of the that is number of characters which should be present in the broken string. So number of characters in the broken string should have 2 characters in each because we have 10 characters and we need 5 parts. Therefore, we have 2 characters in each part. And then I'm initiating a string yes. As because I need to concatenate the string values. So I am just initiating a string yes. And then I'm going to go for this. I'll execute this loop and then we'll compare this. For as because I should have 2 letters here. So I should have 2 combinations. I'm using 2 loops here. I is equal to 0 to n I plus plus. And I'm initiating this yes is equal to, this is for concatenating the string I have to use. As because I have to combine the strings. I cannot add the strings, but I have to combine the strings. So that is a concatenation. So for that, I'm using this yes. And this has to start from this int value of j has to start from the n1 value. So here it will be having the 0th value that is from h it starts. Whereas here it should start from 0, but up to what value it has to go? Less than, so n1 into 0. So if n1 into I is equal to 0, therefore it starts from 0 up to where it goes. So 0 to I plus 1 is 0 plus 1 is 1 into n1 is equal to 2. So it is 0 plus 1, yes, yeah. 1 into 2. So it has to go from 0 to 2, but we cannot say this as 2 because it is less than 2. Therefore, 0 to 1 it has to go. So it has to go from the first one and the second one. One loop up to this length. The j value will be executing. The j loop will be executing only for the first 2 letters. As because it is mentioning this length, the length of the broken characters. What is the length of the broken characters? Yes, broken string. Yes, it has only 2 characters. Therefore, it will be executing only for 0 and 1. And then again it starts from 2. If n1 is equal to I will be 1. So 1 into 2. So 1 into 2 and 1 into 2 to which value it will be going? So it will be going for uh, again I plus 1. I plus 1 is 1 plus 1, 2. 2 into 2, 4. So if less than 4, so it is 2 to 3. So the next value 2 and 3 is L and L. So LL will be displayed. So for combining these 2 strings, how we have to take this combination of the strings because these data can be converted into an array by using character at of J. And for concatenating these 2 letters, I have to use S is equal to S plus A dot whatever the data it is present in A has the hello world. And in that we have broken the characters as HELLO. So for that, for combining those 2 letters, we are using the concatenation format. And then I have to take print whatever the value which is present in yes. That will be printed after executing this complete for loop. Each and every time it will be executing it. And then okay, and then it will be closing the J loop, then again going for the next one. Okay, so the for I int I is equal to 1. So next it will be incremented. That is after completing 0 to 1, it will be going on to I is equal to 1. So up to the last value, the n is equal to 10. So up to the ninth value, it will be going and executing. And each and every time this J loop will be executed, then it will be going for the ith loop. So this is how this loop condition works. And here it is hello world, and it is five characters are there. Sorry, it can the five parts are needed, so it is divided into two. And now, if I am giving yes, hello worlds, or any other extra letters are there, I cannot divide it into equally because it has 11 letters. So as because it is 11 letters and I'm giving five parts to be divided, it cannot divide. So I'll be getting a reminder. So I cannot get here. So what I have to do is either it can be divided or not. So I have to go for if condition. So I'm using if condition here. If the length, the total length, yeah, length is nothing but the 11. So 11 divided by n. What is n? N is equal to the parts. So 11 by n, 5. 11 by 5 is equal to 0. So here this is the remainder. If the remainder is 0, then it will be executing here. If the remainder is not 0, it will be coming for this else part. That is, it cannot be divided because we have extra letters. That is, it cannot be divided because additional letters are there or lesser number of letters are there. So we can say like that. So it cannot be equally divided. So that is the meaning. So if that is why we are using the if condition here. So if let us see, I'm giving only hello world. Let us check that whether it is dividing equally or not. Let us check for the not equally divided part also. So here I am giving the same hello world. So let us take the five parts. So you can see that it's five parts. One, two, three, four, five. So five parts are there. And um, and if I say I have some excess letters here, so it can be about, already I have told that if we are adding some letters extra, and I'm going to give five. So here I have 11 letters. So it cannot be divided. So that's why I'm getting as can't be divided. This is how we can divide the given string into equal number of parts. Thank you.